Hi everyone, my name is Yessie. I am super excited to be in this class with you all. A little bit about me. Um, I have been in the communications field, specifically around movement communications and advocacy for almost 10 years now. I currently run the communications program and the comms director for an organization in Los Angeles called LA Voice. We organize um, faith communities around affordable housing and income inequality. Um, I spend a lot of time in Sacramento lobbying and building out comms programs for our and strategies for our big statewide and countywide and city local campaigns. Let's see, before that, I was the interim comms director for the Southern Border Communities Coalition, and we did border militarization advocacy. We worked with like 60 different organizations from Brownsville, Texas to San Diego, California. I really loved that job. One of my greatest hits there was being able to build um, a proactive vision, messaging vision called New Border Vision alongside rapporteurs from the UN and other border stakeholders. So that was a really fun project to work on. My hobbies. I am a drummer. I love to play music. I love to go to yoga. I love to lift weights. I'm a big cooking person, love to cook. I'm a single mom. I have a 5-year-old. I love spending time with my son. Um, yeah, so those are my hobbies. Interesting facts about me. Oh gosh. At one point in my very circuitous career as a freelance journalist, and I am credited um, with being the first journalist to cover gender neutral terminology for Latinidad in a national publication. So you can read about me covering the word Latinx in the early aughts, and it's fun. It's cool to be in a linguistics textbook, I guess. Like that's kind of a neat thing. What else? Okay. And then my strengths finders. Okay. This was really interesting for me, although I now that I'm like kind of processing it, I don't necessarily think it's like out of the blue or out of pocket. So my first four strengths finders, top four, were in the strategic thinking bucket. So I have strategic, intellection, input, ideation, and then my fifth one is connectedness. Yeah, I mean, I read a ton. I'm a big nerd. I spend a lot of time thinking, discussing, analyzing. I love history. I read a lot of um, political theory. That was my minor. I majored in creative writing and political science with a minor in political science at UC San Diego. Um, yeah, so I read a lot of political theory. I read a lot of nonfiction. Um, my role has me doing a lot of strategic, organizing and also just like analysis, as sort of like the second in command to my ED. Like I do a lot of that. And then connectedness, I have a really strong faith background. And that's a really huge part of how I see the world. I think, a lot of the skills and gifts that I have around strategy and like intellectual pursuits, I think the meaningful thing about them is that I apply them to something bigger than myself and to, I'm Jewish, tikkun olam is really important to me. And repairing the world and doing tshuva and like bringing things back to like a more holistic place, I think is really important. I believe in that everybody is imbued with a divine spark. That's just like my personal faith tradition belief. So everything I do is oriented to making the world a better place, like both in my political identity and my spiritual identity and just like my personal identity as a mom and a human in the world. So yeah, that's already like almost 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop there. Anyway, I'm gonna go comment on other people's videos and watch them. Really looking forward to meeting you all.